Hey everybody, guess what? We're live. I'm so excited this afternoon. We are here with EmiSunshine.
Hi, guys.
I think I first met you. I was just asking you before we started at Pilgrimage.
Yeah, that's been like in 2016. I think that's a while ago.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been a while. I remember someone recommending to go check you out on the Little Pilgrim stage, and I said, who could possibly be at the Little Pilgrim stage that I would want to see? And they're like, just trust me. And then I went and we met, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that was the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, so here we are. I'm getting a chance. And then between time we've talked, but it's good to see you again. How are you
Absolutely.
doing?
I am doing well. Considering all the stuff that's been going on lately, I mean, we've tried to stay productive and just keep doing what we usually do. But yeah, it's going pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I think so. 4 years ago, you would have been how old? 11?
Oh, yeah.
And now you're 15.
Mhm.
And you've been written up in all kinds of national publications. When you were only 13, Rolling Stones said you were one of the top new country artists you should know.
Yeah, that was insane. I really wasn't expecting that. I'm honored, of course, but I mean, I was just like, oh, that is insanely cool that so many people are going to see that and recognize that as well. So it was a good opportunity for me. I think it was very kind of them.
Yeah. So, but I feel like you're a little more than country. Would you call yourself like a combination of bluegrass, bluesy, country?
Well, everybody's tended to call me bluegrass sometimes, but I am nothing like. I don't know what it is. People, I get invited to bluegrass festivals and stuff, but I've never really been bluegrass per se. I mean, I write a couple of murder ballads and stuff like that, but that doesn't necessarily make me bluegrass. But I've always just kind of put my music under the term just like Americana because a lot of
Okay.
things are under that, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a little bit maybe, maybe a little bit bluegrass.
Well, you have always written your own music.
Hmm.
You started at the age of 5, which is
Yeah.
unbelievable. Could you write music before you could read? Like, how did that work? I'm just
I
curious.
could. I could write music before I could read a little bit. Yeah. My mom would write little like kid songs maybe when I was around 4 or 5, and at some point I decided myself that hey, I want to write my own song, my first real song. And my mom sat down with me and she was like, hey, okay, I'm gonna try to teach you how to do this, considering that I've been just writing forever. She said, so we just started going on this journey of writing and singing and playing, and it just took me to here, I guess.
That is incredible. You also play the ukulele, which I love, which is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Tell us about that because you have it with you.
I do, yeah. I started playing ukulele when I was around 7, and it was the first instrument I ever played because my hands were way too small at the time for a guitar, so it was very difficult for me to learn the chords, and bar chords were incredibly hard for me on guitar. So I had to start off with ukulele, and I thought, okay, I'll play this and then I'll transition over to guitar. But then I fell in love with the instrument and I was like, "Oh my gosh. I mean, this is so much fun to write music on. I mean, like it's insanely cool and I love how playful and just light this instrument is, and just like I love writing on the ukulele. But I also love guitar, but yeah, I started playing ukulele at 7 and went on to other things too, but yeah, ukulele is my favorite.
It's your favorite. You also are. You've been working with the ukulele brand, right?
I
Cali.
have
Yep.
Kala.
Cala. Sorry. Tell us about that because they're a pretty special and well-known manufacturer of ukuleles.
I know that it's crazy. So we were working with them for a while, like maybe about 3 years ago, something like that, maybe more. But we started working with them on some ukes, and they said, "Hey, we'll send you a few ukes. We want to start working with you." And I was like, "Oh, that'd be amazing." But it's my first little deal that I've ever really had, I guess. But at some point There was this lady who made me this amazing custom ukulele. Um, I think it was like last year, the end of last year, and it's beautiful. I have to say it's incredible, and it has like a little blackbird at the top of it, and then like it's engraved with like all of these amazing types of woods that I can't even name them all right now, but it was really cool to be a part of all the stuff Kala has kind of put me into, and yeah, they're incredible.
Well, that's amazing. Um, I have heard a little bit about your songwriting, that you get some of your great ideas by eavesdropping.
Yeah, I
Tell
do
me
a
about
lot.
that. Do you actually try to eavesdrop, or is
It
this
just happens,
yeah,
okay?
okay?
I mean, I end up listening a little bit. People make it too easy, okay? I mean, like when you're out in public and they're just talking about crazy things within their life. I mean, how can you not? So yeah, make sure you understand that there are songwriters around and writers that can hear what you're talking about and will write about you. So
Yeah, like those people in the store who like have their phone on speakerphone, and you're
it's incredible what you'll hear.
well, you have a new project coming out with Bootsy Collins.
I do. Oh my gosh. That
That's
is
pretty incredible.
that is insane to me. I mean, I never thought that like one day they just called us up and they was like, "Hey, do you want to work on this thing with us? Do you want to write this?" And I was like, okay, yeah, of course. So we started. I started working on the song and writing and everything, and it was really cool. But I just recently finished the vocals for it and everything too. So it's all coming together now, and I'm very excited to get it out to the world and everything as well. I mean, Bootsy's so cool, anyways. So I mean, like it's
So, had
incredible
you
to be there
met
for.
him before this came up, or
No, I
okay?
never met him, and it was just out of the blue, and my publicist and everybody else was like, my publicist Fred, he was like, oh, do you want to work on this thing? I mean, you're getting an offer to work with Bootsy Collins, and I was like, oh, that would be amazing, but yeah, I never met him before.
Wow, I love that. I love that. So again, he's because you kind of cross genres. He's not necessarily country.
No,
He's more of a funk pop.
yeah, and that's what's so cool about mixing stuff together, because I mean I think that when you go into like labeling so many things, so many genres, and this has to be this way or you have to do things this way. I mean I just think that all music can come together in some way. I mean it's not impossible, and that's kind of what is so cool about working with him, is that I just get to sing these vocals and write music for it, and that was really great, and I didn't have to bring in genre. I didn't have to worry about that. It was just us singing and having fun.
Right. And that's kind of a thing right now. Everybody's doing collaborations all over the place, all different types of music. So I
Oh,
love that.
it is so cool. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Um, I know we were talking about your fans a little bit, and you have all ranges of ages of fans. How do you explain having like kids all the way up to grandparents as part of your fan base?
I have no idea. It's very different from a lot of fan bases that you'll see for artists or TV shows or anything. I mean, like it's a very, because you'll see a lot of people who follow anybody really, but it's usually targeted towards like one section of like age. But for me, I mean, I've kind of acquired like a lot of amazing fans that I love, but they really are cool, because like I get like little grandmothers that'll come up to me and they're like, oh, we love your music, but then I'll get like a kid my age, and I'm like, oh, it's so great to meet you, and then they tell me about what they want to do when they're older, and what they want to do with music, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I would love to work on that with you one day. And then there's like itty bitty kids, like 5 year olds, who love it. So it's pretty insane.
Which is pretty amazing. Um, you have new music coming out, right? Of your own?
Sort of, yeah. We've started working with Tony Brown, my producer. We did a few years ago, and we've been kind of discussing a solo album for me. because a lot of what I do is with my family. I do a lot of different things, a lot of albums with my family. And my most recent one, Family Wars, is with me and my family band. And now we're trying to just sort of see where we want to go with my career myself, and see what I want to do music wise. And it's really interesting to work on that with him. And he's so cool, Tony is. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun.
Okay, well, I'm getting messages. Everybody wants to hear the music.
Yay!
So, I know you're ready. What are you going to
Okay.
play for us first?
So, I have this song that I started working on, I think it was a couple of months ago with some artists in Nashville and my mother. But we started working on this song, and I kind of want people to hear it now. So, yeah.
All right, well, let's hear it.
Tommy was a boy who didn't like the color blue. Said goodbye to this world 'cause he loved someone he wasn't supposed to. Daniel had a good life, then he lost it all one day. Holds a sign, begs for help. It's ugly, so we turn the other way. If you look close, you're gonna see I'm not like you and not like me. We're more different than the same. When you were born, there's only love. The hate came in and divided us. We argue over who's to blame. Cool, we be gentle. Cool, we be kind. What a beautiful world it would be. What a beautiful world it would be. The new girl came to class. She doesn't fit in at our school. Her clothes are weird. We call her strange. She doesn't pray the way that we do. If you look close, you're gonna see I'm not like you and not like me. We're more different than the same. When you were born, there's only love. The hate came in and divided us. We argue over who's to blame. Cool, we be gentle. Cool, we be kind. What a beautiful world it would be if the world was blind. What a beautiful world it would be. Black, brown, yellow, red, crooked or straight ahead. Too many tears I shed. If we could only look from our hearts instead. If you look close, you're gonna see I'm not like you and not like me. We're more different than the same. When you were born, there's only love. The hate came in and divided us. We argue over who's to blame. Cool, we be gentle. Cool, we be kind. What a beautiful world it would be if the world was blind. What a beautiful world it would be if the world was blind. What a beautiful world it would be if the world was blind. Yeah.
Amazing. I love that song. I heard you've got one more for us. Do you have another one for us?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You have one more?
I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
The audio went out.
Play one more song for us. Do one more.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a problem. Yeah, do you think we can?
Let's see what I can do.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as they can
you
hear
can hear me, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do one more. Yeah. I could do a little song that I wrote a couple of years ago, I think. This is called Danny Ray. So you go. Heading down to Baton Rouge to ease my worried mind. Oh, I'm heading down to Baton Rouge. Maybe I'll go tonight. Maybe I'll go tonight. I've been hearing Knoxville sound, oh, with my Danny Ray. Forgot how Louisiana feels in the month of May. In the month of May. Met my sister Lizzie Jane just the other night. We made our plans to leave Knoxville town when that moon burns bright. When that moon burns bright, I sit down by that puncture train and I visit New Orleans. I rest a spell at Cafe Timon. Big E said, rock me to sleep. Now Big E said, rock me to sleep. A warm as made from Adam's bones. I got a meat streak, 3 miles long. Oh, Daddy Ray was good to me, but with the burning moon, I'm gone. With the burning room, I'm gone. Bizzibidi ba ba dee ba ba bida ba ba oh bida bidi ba bidi ba bidi ba bidi ba 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 oh bida bida ba de ba de ba 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 oh bizzibidi ba ba dee ba 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 oh bizzibidi ba ba bidi bidi ba 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 ba.
Can you hear me now?
Am I able to fix that? I don't know. Let me think.
Thanks, Emi. That was amazing.
Mom,
I don't know why.
it isn't working.
That's
But
okay.
anyways, yeah, thank you so much. I've enjoyed this very much so.
We will see you soon.
I wish I
Bye.
could hear what she's saying. Bye.